Hello, welcome to CEO Check-In. It's not a very typical Monday. It's not a typical Monday for me. I have just moved to Westport, Connecticut. So I am now in my mother's home and nestled here with my kids, and it's very cozy. It's actually snowing, but I wanted to make sure that we have this chance to all check in with each other and figure out how I can support you in making sure that your businesses not only survive through this time, but thrive at this time. We don't have a great connection here. Hello, I'm going live today with CEO Check-In. I just realized Instagram wasn't playing, so I'm starting over a bit. It's really important that we support each other during this time as small business owners. And so please write in your questions. Hi, Rabia. Hi, Carol. And I will try to get to as many as I can. And I will be live coaching somebody on this call. So if you have a burning question about how to pivot your business, please jump on and I can help you with it. Just to recap what we've been talking about here in these CEO check-ins, hey, Jessica, is that, oh, great. I'm going to have Jessica, hang on, I'll be right with you. So the three things that we're focused on as business owners is pivot, plan, and problem solve. So whenever you're feeling lost or confused, those are the three things to do. The pivot is how do I make money online, because that's where we're all going to be for the foreseeable future. The plan is how do I plan for continued success with my business in this new normal, right? How am I conserving cash? How am I keeping track of expenses such that when loans and grants are available, and they will be, to help make up for all the losses for small business owners, that I have everything super well set aside, easy to access? How am I planning for doing all of my business online in the next couple of months, or however long it's going to be? And then last, how do I problem solve? How do I make sure that I solve the problems of my customers who may have completely new problems than they did 2 weeks ago? So those are the three things we're focused on here. And I'm going to do a little bit of live coaching so that Jessica Robinson can come on, and she can also share some cybersecurity tips too, because she is a cybersecurity expert. Let's see if the bandwidth here is strong enough at where I am and where Jessica is to be able to bring her on. We're waiting for her to come on. While we're waiting, we do have this incredible resource, which is the Google folder we've created for CEO Check-In. And if you don't have access to that yet, please email Maddie@juliapim.com. In that folder, we've put incredible resources for you to use during this time, whether it's marketing advice about how to get through a crisis. We have some incredible tips from Content Bacon, which is a content generating company that helps people with their blogs and social media. Wendy Lieber is one of the CEOs and is going to be a keynote at our summit this year. So please look in the marketing folder. Hi, Jessica. I tried to bring you on, but the connection didn't really seem to allow it. So I'd like you to please email Maddie@juliapim.com if you're not part of that folder yet. So one thing I'd love everybody to be thinking about is, if this is going to last for a couple of months, what can I use this time for where I'll look back and say, wow, this was actually a boon to my business? Now, I know right this minute, you might be losing clients. You might be, feeling the pain of things that got canceled. You might be nervous about how am I going to make my income again? But we will get through this. And so I would love you to think about right now, what would success look like for me? Is it that I will have finally figured out how to use social media? One woman in our community just hired someone to help her with social media. She'd been meaning to do it for such a long time, and now she's doing it. So what is that thing in your business that you always wanted to get around to but never did? And how can you use this time for that? To create a whole new program. Maybe it's to figure out what is the scalable part of my business and how do I work on that in the next couple of months so that when everything is back up and running, I have this new program or new aspect of my business that is so much more scalable than it ever was. How can I keep delivering my amazing products and services in new ways to engage more people? And if you're not sure, keep showing up to these CEO check-ins, and also join us on Friday for Find the Opportunities, we're going to be holding a 1-hour Zoom webinar, just like we did last Friday with Know Your Numbers. Many of you were there. So find the opportunities. Hi, Emily. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Heidi. Find the opportunities this Friday at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Is going to be a deep dive into what are the opportunities during this time. How can you not only have your business survive, but thrive? Are you able to pivot in ways that you'll look back on this time and say, even though that was a time, look at this amazing thing that came out of it. One of the reasons I built Little Pim as an online business, my language teaching company, is that when that company got up and running, it was during the recession. And so I wanted to create something that had a very light infrastructure, that was very exportable, very scalable. So your brain is going to be thinking in entirely different ways right now than it would have been in kind of boom times where it felt like anything is possible. Right now we have a lot of restrictions, right? We have to do things online. We know people aren't really spending money yet. How do we use this time in a way to help us get ready for when people are spending money again, and also to have a much more streamlined and scalable business? So join us this Friday. If you also would like more individualized support, we are going to be offering something we've never done before. Hi, Sonia. We have Masterclass, as many of you know, but we've decided that so many women are looking for help right now that we're creating a very low dollar, easy access masterclass. 8 weeks, and it starts this Wednesday, and we'll just be adding people in as they come. It's going to be immediate access to our 8 modules that we teach in Masterclass. Some of you are graduates on this call, so you know what I'm talking about. It's mindset, which is so needed right now, strategy, finance, marketing, distribution. It's like getting an executive MBA. And we've never done this before, but these are extreme times, and we want to make sure that you have access to the information you need to grow your business. So please email Maddie@juliapim.com if you'd like to learn more about Masterclass Thrive. It's very affordable. It starts right away, and we will get on a call with you and see if you're a good fit and get you enrolled. So we don't want anyone feeling anxious or overwhelmed. If you're feeling that way, then please join us in our Mastermind Thrive new program, or just keep showing up to these CEO check-ins. It's not a great place to go deep about your business. So if you really are having concerns like, how do I make these pivots and these changes, then you should reach out and set up a call with us. So this is a good time to write those articles that you've been saying, oh, I should really write a thought piece on this. Or maybe it's an ebook that you'll be able to have on your website that people can download and learn more about your thought leadership. I also think this is a great time to be thinking about what programs and products do I have right now that I could repackage and sell in a different way, either a reduced price version and or an online only version. We have a couple of stylists in our community. They do things like come to your house and go through your closet or go shopping with you. But now is a time that they can offer to do that virtually, first of all. And also they can have people pay for a certain number of hours of virtual support, and then they'll do the in-person part when we're all getting back to normal, where we can be shopping in stores again. They're also offering to help people shop online, because the truth is people are stuck at home and they're shopping a whole lot online, but are they buying the right things? So the stylist can help with that. If you have a company that has a team and you're worried about how do you keep your team on board, my number one recommendation there is to be very transparent with them. Make sure you reassure them that they're keeping their jobs, if you are able to keep their jobs. And I highly recommend that you just repurpose people. You know, we had an event planner we had hired for the $1 Million Women's Summit, and she was supposed to be spending all her time right now talking to, the catering company and when are everything going to be delivered at the space? Well, none of that's happening. It's now a virtual summit. So she's writing emails and she's doing social media, right? How do you look at your team and figure out how to repurpose people so that you can still be signing on new clients and customers and delivering at the highest level? And if you don't have the right people on your team, you should reach out and find new people, right? We just hired someone to help us with social media for the CEO check-ins. There's a lot of great talent available right now. All of Broadway is closed. all the performers who would be on stage, many of whom have amazing creative and social media skills, are looking for work. So please let us know if you need extra help with getting your business online, and we can help put you in touch with some of those people. And or you can just find them in Facebook groups, put an ad up on Craigslist. It's never been easier than now to find someone at a reduced rate, right, to help you with your online presence. So I'd love to also talk about, let's see if we have any questions. Oh, I see Milen is here. Milen runs a chocolate making company. And so one thing that we know for sure right now is people are looking for comforts at home, right? They're ordering things online. So if you have a product business, this is a great time to come out with a campaign about how your product or service is going to enhance people's lives at home. So for a chocolate company, right, how do you have sort of a stay indoors special? Maybe you have chocolate that gets delivered to your home every week. Maybe you help people create a special ritual around chocolate, like a date night or something, if they're staying inside with their loved ones and want to have a special chocolate tasting. I know that Milen does chocolate tastings. She was at our $1 Million Women's Summit kickoff party that we had a few weeks ago, and we all got to taste her incredible chocolate. So do check her out if you're looking for a little special treat right around now. Let's see what Carol says. Oh, she's saying good idea about using people from Broadway. Yes, I know a lot of people in that community who've written, award-winning shows, or who just do beautiful social media for themselves and are now available to work for others. And we do have access to some of those as well. So if you're just joining us, this is CEO Check-In. We cover 3 things on CEO Check-In. We cover how do you pivot your business? How do you plan for if this is going to go on for quite some time, 2-3 months, maybe more? And how do you problem solve? Because your customers still have problems that you can solve, and you can keep making money and having a thriving business. However, those problems might have changed. And so we want to help each other in this community identify best practices and also share resources so that everyone who has a business can keep that business up and running during this difficult time, even if they sell something slightly different, and come back stronger than ever when we all get back to work, where we can go out again and do things in person again. So we are looking for best practices in our community that we can share. I send out a newsletter a couple of times a week. It goes to about 20,000 people. If you'd like to be on that, we're sharing best practices. Just email Maddie@juliapim.com. It's in the chat on Facebook. And if you're here on Instagram, it's MADDY. Here, I'll put it in. And that will give you access to our newsletter list and also to our Google folder, where we're sharing best practices and a lot of great free resources from people in our community. So do join us there. And then this Friday, we're having a 1-hour webinar called Find the Opportunities. Because even in a recession, even post 9/11, and I lived through both of those things, some businesses actually did better than they had before. There are always new opportunities, even in dark times. So together, we're going to find those and make sure that you don't feel alone with this big question and burden of how am I going to keep my business up and running, and how can I actually come out of this thriving? That's why we're creating this new Masterclass Thrive program that starts this Wednesday and will be ongoing. We'll just be adding people in as they come, where you get immediate access to our 8 modules to help strengthen your business. And I'll be coaching live once a week with whoever joins. So if you're looking for a little extra support, please check us out there. We're coming up to the end of our time. I want to see if anybody has any questions in the chat. What is the number one thing you're working on right now? I'd love to hear that from people so that you can get inspired by each other. Sonia, who jumped on Instagram with us, said that she's working on writing posts for her blog about thought leadership things that she hadn't gotten around to doing. That's a great thing to do during this time. Or could you write an ebook that you could then put on your website so that people can get a taste of your methodology and how you work with people? We have 2 ebooks on my website. If you want to see an example of that, just go to juliapimsler.com. We have Power Networking for female founders, and we have $1 Million Moms, which is tips for CEO moms who want to raise confident kids. And if people read either of those, they get a taste of my style, they get a taste of how I like to think about problems, and they might make them more curious about my coaching. It also just gives away free content. I'm a big, big believer in giving away free content. You can only work with a small subset of people, but why not try to help as many people as possible? And I know so many of you on this call agree with that. All right, this was CEO Check-In. We record these calls and we put them on my YouTube channel. So if you want to watch prior CEO Check-Ins, just go to YouTube and look up my name, Julia Pimsler. I will see you Friday for Find the Opportunities via Zoom. Email Maddie@juliapim.com in order to get an invitation. And if you want extra help with your business, if you're feeling like, you know what, I need somebody by my side to help me through this, please let Maddie know and we'll set up a call with you and figure out how we can support you during this time. We're making very inexpensive coaching available, including our new program, Masterclass Thrive, because we don't want you to just survive this, we want you to thrive now and after. So thanks for joining us. Stay safe, stay brave, and I will see you Wednesday at the same time, and hopefully also Friday for the deeper dive via Zoom. Have a good day. Live from Westport. Take care. All right, signing off. Good to see you all. Bye, Amanda. Bye, Delphine. Bye, Erin. Bye, Renee. Bye, Estasi. Bye, Lexi. Bye, Natty. Have a great afternoon. See you Wednesday.